Hey there, Careblazers! Welcome back to the place where we talk about everything dementia. Dr. Natalie here, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you ways that you can enjoy talking to friends and enjoying those conversations without letting the topic of dementia dominate it all. And if you haven't reached out to friends in a long time because you have been so busy caring for your loved one with dementia, I'll talk about ways that you can spark those friendships again. So stay tuned. And if you're new to Careblazers TV, welcome. Consider joining the family by hitting the subscribe button for your weekly dose of dementia education, tips, and support. Let's dive in. When you spend time with your friends, do you find that most of the time is spent talking about your situation of caring for your loved one with dementia? Does it seem like maybe your friends have avoided you or not been returning phone calls, perhaps because all you do is talk about your caregiving situation? Or maybe it's the complete opposite. Maybe you're avoiding talking to your friends because they're going to ask about it and bring it up, and the last thing you want to do when you get a break away from your loved one is to talk about the struggles of caring for your loved one. If any of this sounds familiar, then today's video will be helpful for you. This past week, I was talking to a caregiver who has pretty much neglected all of her friendships. She's been so busy caring for her father with dementia that she's let most of her relationships slide. And part of her hesitation in picking up the phone and starting to rekindle those relationships has been avoidance of wanting to talk about her father and dementia in the first place. So she knows that when she picks up the phone and calls her friends, they're going to ask her how she's doing and how the situation is going. So here's what to do if you have a similar dislike or fear. If your friend asks you, how's it going? How are things with your father or your mother or your husband or your wife or whoever it is that has dementia? Because chances are your friend is going to ask about it. They care about you. They know that's a big part of your life right now, and the polite thing to do is to ask about it. All you have to do is say, thank you for asking, but I just really want to put all of that aside for this time that I'm with you and talk about something fun. Tell me something good that's going on in your life. Bam, done, simple. It doesn't have to be an elaborate explanation. You just have to say, you know what, that's just not something I want to talk about today. If you don't mind, how about you tell me what's going on with you or what's new with you? I haven't talked to you in a while. Simply just let them know. Your friend will respect that, and we can move on to something more pleasant in the conversation. Now, what if you find yourself going on and on and on about your caregiving situation? So let's say you're out with a friend and you're having coffee and you spend an hour with your friend, and on the way home you realize, oh my gosh, I did all the talking about what I was going through. I barely got any information from my friend. Now, it is important for you to have support and people who are there for you so that you can talk about your struggles and you can vent and do all those things. But you want to make sure that you don't dominate and take over every single conversation. When that starts to happen, you might find some of your friends pulling away. So if you find yourself in the situation of going on and on and on, and you catch yourself in the moment that it's happening, simply say, oh my gosh, I've been blabbing away, enough about me. Please tell me what's going on with you. How are your kids doing? What are your summer plans? Have you seen any good movies lately? Any simple topic, fun topic, simply stop in the middle of your conversation if you've been going for a while, apologize, and just say, you know what, I want to change topics. Let's talk about you for a minute. This will do a lot to help maintain your relationship with your friends, help them not feel so awkward or uncomfortable when they're around you and it seems like all that you guys are ever talking about is this really hard subject. Also, as you're preparing to go out and meet up with a friend, you might want to stop and think about things that you can bring up with them. So a little bit of preparation beforehand will make you more aware when you're with your friend to watch what you're talking about. Now, if you're like a lot of caregivers out there, you have probably let some good relationships fall by the wayside simply because you've been so busy and consumed with caring for your loved one with dementia. And at this point, it may feel a bit awkward and you might not know exactly what to do to rekindle that relationship. My recommendation to you would be to reach out to them, Say hello. I know I've been missing for a long time, but you've been on my mind and I wanted to reach out to you. Or I know it's been a long time and I haven't been good at keeping in touch, but I'm thinking about you and I hope all is well. This can be a simple, easy, brief way to reestablish contact with somebody who's been important to you in the past and that you'd like to keep that relationship for the future. Because at some point, as much as we don't want to think about it, your loved one is going to pass away, and what kind of future is going to be left for you? It's important to have good friends and family and relationships around you, especially during a time like that when you'll need support. So don't let those friendships fall by the wayside. Pick up the phone and reestablish connection. So my challenge to you this week will be to think about somebody who's been important to you, that maybe you've kind of neglected that relationship for a while because you've been so busy, and reach out to them. Pick up the phone and call them. Send them a text message, send them a Facebook message, send them an email. Whatever way you do it, make that first initiation. Okay, Careblazers, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click the link below in the description for your free Dementia Careblazer survival guide. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, take care. Bye.